position. Probably feet on hips for right now. All right? So I get the sleeve, step out to the side, throw the foot in, I'm hiding, right? Notice how I got, my leg is almost completely extended. I'm pulling on the collar. The nice thing about this spot, I haven't even connected this foot yet, right? I can put it on the shoulder, put it on the hips as I square up. But from here, it's really hard for her to disconnect her hips. She cannot get her hand to my foot, right? Because I'm controlling it and I'm pulling this collar down. She's hinged at the hips. So even if she tries to clear her leg, it's hard because of the grip that I have, okay? So now I just want to square up here, right? And then we have this whole push-pull dynamic, okay? So, collar sleeve, step out to the side, throw the foot, square up, okay? We'll talk about what we're going to do next from there in a few minutes. Does everybody understand? Any questions on the pull? Don't stand close. Here, because that leads you to try to have to do this. Don't ever do that. It just doesn't work, okay? Other thing, don't do the opposite. I cannot throw this foot over here. If I throw this foot here, she just pushes, okay? Make sure we sidestep, change our level, throw the foot, square up. Everybody good? All right, let's go from there. 1, 2, 3. All right. A couple things from this pull that I saw a few people doing. Right? Get our grip. Step to the side. I'm starting to change my level. I don't want to be like, there's too much setup. I'm telling everybody what's happening. Even if she knows what's happening, I'm not falling very far. It's going to be really difficult for her to stop it. Here, right? I'm on my side while this foot's not connected, okay? Because if her hand goes from my arm down to like my hip, right? Might be hard to get my foot in here because her elbow's on the inside. So I might put it on top, right? Move it, okay? So when I'm here, say she's holding my leg like she was, it's fine. I'm gonna square up. Notice how my toes are pointed, turn a little bit to the left. Okay, notice how my toes are pointed out on her hip. I'm gonna square up, toes pointed out on the other hip, okay? Because I'm trying to create a scenario where she's in this poor posture, okay? If she stays here, she's getting picked up. She didn't have a choice. When I set this next thing up, I don't want to push her away super far. I just want to make sure that her hips stay hinged so I can get my hips underneath. So push, pull, lift. Okay? Now, I'm not extending my legs all the way up, but with my toes pointed out, I have total control of what she's doing. Nothing, see, I can start spinning her, right? And we'll talk about that at the very end. But once I'm here, I can just keep this, or I hold it in here, and I roll back on the shoulder, drop to my mouth, okay? I don't need to like launch her and try to chase her, okay? Okay. Square up. Even if she comes down with her hips, like here, all right? Once this happens, this is what I wanted to talk about, how we're gonna keep this posture and this connection, right? Her hand's kind of low around my ribs. I'm gonna switch to her tricep and get this material on the back side of her gi. All right, now no matter how hard she pulls away, she can't get away from me. Okay? Once I get this grip, it's hard for her to get her hips away from me or get to pick her chest up. I'm essentially glued to her. So any kind of a little bit of a push, when I say push, set that push-pull up, I don't want to push her way back. I just want to get her hips to hinge like this. And then I'm going to pull myself underneath. That's when I can do a slight little leg press to get her feet off the floor. I'm not extending to where I'm super tall, or my legs are super tall. So when I'm in here, right, if I go to her hip and she squats down, right, that's okay. See how she's holding? Grab the tricep. Sorry, I'm trying to pinch her skin here. Right at that armpit area, okay? Also, if she reaches to my collar, even more so. There's nothing she can do here, okay? All the way to mouth, okay? Just gonna do a back roll over our shoulder, okay? So, my favorite grip for this is the double triceps, okay? So if she reaches to a collar to like try to establish herself, once I get these, no matter how hard she pulls, all of her leverage comes from the elbow basically, right? If I hold her sleeve here, some of these bigger, stronger guys will just pull their elbow back, right? Let's go this way. I'm in here and I get this. If I hold this, pull your elbow back, right? So just pull straight back. See how, once she gets this far back, it's kind of hard for me to keep the connection, okay? If I get here, pull harder. She's never gonna get past that grip that I have because her leverage is coming from the elbow. I'm way past it, okay? So we can go collar and sleeve, which is fine. Collar, tricep, which is better. And in my opinion, if they really settle in and they make a collar grip with this free hand, double triceps. So the wrestler guys, they're gonna cartwheel out of this. If I just go collar and sleeve, he will use that free hand and cartwheel over, knowing that I'm gonna do that. He's used to it happening, so he's gonna cartwheel over. The fix I made for that is to control both arms so there's no arm to cartwheel with. Does that make sense? Okay, so one more time and then we'll get into it. Collar sleeve, here, square up. So even if she sits down, people will feel that they're safe, okay? She's grabbing at my thigh. I get around here to the tricep, sorry, right? So here, even if she feels like she's okay, she can even drop her butt more and her head up, right? Push. Okay, I'm so connected that it's not gonna matter. I don't have to push her much. I just need to hinge her hips back. So even when she's like this, I'm just gonna take them like this. You see how small my butt didn't move that far? Once this happens, I can suck my hips underneath, pick her up. So people will think, oh, I'm just gonna sit down, pull everything in tight, and they can't pick me up. You can still pick them up. Does everybody understand? So I want you to play with the collar, sleeve grip, collar tricep grip, and then ultimately if the person takes the free hand that I'm not controlling and grabs my collar, I want this. Because now even if she's grabbed that collar, she can't let it go. Does everybody understand? If you get those double triceps, you're gonna hit that all the time. All right, let's try it. 1, 2, 3.